Hello everyone, my name is Demetrius Mack and welcome back to another episode of What Kind of Shit Is That? Now today I have a really good topic for you guys, but before I get into it I want to cover, of course, as I do every episode, what this show is about. This show is primarily about me taking anything outrageous in pop culture and video games, pretty much anything that's going out there, and taking that outrageous topic and really just giving my opinion and just explaining how absolutely ridiculous it is. For today's episode, I have two key qualities that I think are going to make this a very interesting episode. The first one being I have a lot of pent up anger right now because at the time of this recording, it's actually Sunday, in the middle of Sunday, and my fantasy team is kind of struggling right now, and if I go down, that means I'll be 0-3, and that is a completely different topic, but you guys can go check that out on my recap series of my fantasy league if you want to hear more about that. But I have a lot of pent up anger towards that. And two, this topic is just, it kind of just hits my brain where it's saying like how does that make sense, like financially and just like mentally. So the topic I want to talk about to you guys today is the new YouTube Heroes program. Now we all know that YouTube has been doing some strange things recently, especially with their whole demonetization thing that they've been going on. That sort of cooled down. That really hasn't completely ruined anybody. But you know what, this next topic that I'm going to get into, the YouTube Heroes program, I think if that escalates enough, it could possibly get to that point where some people could be in some serious trouble. And for those of you who do not know what it's about, that's what I'm here for today. I'm going to be explaining this to you guys and just giving you guys like small basic details. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people out there that can explain it a whole lot better than me in more detail, but I'm going to be giving my 2 cents about it because I just feel like it needs to be talked about right now. I just feel like it's something that's important and it needs to be shared. So where do we start? So the YouTube Heroes program, what it is essentially, YouTube does not have the manpower nor the funds to hire enough moderators to their new standards that they have going on right now. Their new standards they're still wanting to control everything, and as they should. This is their company, so of course they should absolutely have the right to say and deal with however they want, but they're just not making a very good approach at it, at least in my opinion. And here's why, because this new YouTube moderators program is what I really want to call it. And it's essentially letting people be able to essentially do this modernization for them and do all the flagging, do all the looking and say, hey, you know what, that's not up to YouTube standards. And you know what, we're going to hand that we're going to give this power to the people of the community. And we're going to give this power to them, and they're going to do whatever it is we need to do with them. They're going to handle our agenda for us, YouTube's agenda for them. Now, I'm going to be nice with this real quick. I'm going to be a little bit nice. Let's talk about some of the good things that it could do. Yes, it does have the power to get things off the internet and off of YouTube that are bootleg, primarily full episodes of TV shows that shouldn't be there, movies, pirated music, all that good stuff, hate stuff, murders, everything that really shouldn't be there. Yes, this does have the power to do that, because they give the power of mass flag. I guess there's a leveling system to this thing, and you can level up, and once you get to a certain level, I believe it's level 3, then you have the power to mass flag, which I'll get into a little bit later on. You have the power to mass flag, and you can group together with a bunch of people and take these videos down. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing for the community. That is a good thing. Yes, but now getting into the absolute, how do I describe this, lunacy of this program. You remember when I said that this thing is giving power to absolute anybody in the community who wants to sign up, who has an email account, and can just sign right up. They're giving this power to. They're giving this power to these people, and that means, if you think about what I just said, if you really, really think about what I just said, that means everyone. Not just the people that they want to carry their agenda. No. That means everyone. Everyone. All right? So, it's what's going to happen is you're going to get a bunch of people who are not going to want to follow the YouTube agenda. You're going to get a bunch of people who don't give a damn about the YouTube agenda. You're going to get a bunch of the haters. You're going to get a bunch of trolls. You're going to get absolute lunatics and psychopaths with this power to mass flagging and just give them the power to essentially do what they need to do. And that is flag videos that don't need to be flagged. You're going to give them power to do that. You're going to give them to mess with people and make YouTubers and everything go through that process of having to get their videos deflagged and everything. And if your videos get flagged enough, guess what? You could potentially not only just lose that video for good, but you could lose your channel too. And we all know, the bigger the YouTuber you are, as many fans you have, your fans will always outweigh the haters. But still, the more fans, if you're someone with millions of fans, you're probably going to have hundreds and thousands of haters and people who have been waiting for moments like this just to pop up. Well, they can go and band together and complete their hatred of you for whatever odd reason it is. But the point is, they can do it and they can get it done. And it's legal now. And this is gonna happen. Now this is absolute incredibly shocking to me that this was absolutely an announcement that was made by YouTube that they're actually going to be starting this and letting this happen. And I know it's just absolute chaos. I can't believe that they're actually going through with this. There's been a few rumors floating around there that already that like 98% of heroes doing their job have been disapproval ratings. Now that I'm not sure, I haven't done too much research. I've seen a couple of articles. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos. In fact, I'll probably link one of those in the description below, and you guys can check that out. But I don't know. It just seems like this is heading into a terrible path. A path that we do not need to go down as YouTubers. As a smaller YouTuber who primarily probably doesn't have to deal with something like this unless somebody just decides to randomly pick on me, which I guess since it's legal now, somebody could technically do it, although I wouldn't know why, you know. I imagine this is going to be affecting the bigger YouTubers who, for the most part, most of them don't have any videos that need to be flagged to begin with, and they're going to be targeted just because of their namesake, just because that they're one of the biggest YouTubers, and as I explained earlier, they're going to be targeted for no good reason other than they don't like, some group of people might not like their content. Some group of people might just be like, hey, you know what? Let's just pick a YouTuber name out of a hat and let's just go mass flag his videos all day and night. And believe it or not, yes, this is the internet. People, you might not think people don't have the time to do this sort of thing, but oh boy, you would be wrong. You would be so wrong. And it's crazy. It doesn't make any damn sense why YouTube is going down this route. I just think it is absolute crazy to be handing this type of power to absolute psychopaths. I mean, psychopaths. Just giving them this and like, hey, you know what? You mind just following our agenda and actually doing what we need you to do and doing right for the community? No, they're not going to do that. And honestly, I'm just waiting for it to get out of hand. I'm just waiting for it to get out of hand so I can be like, you know what? I told you so. But even when that point comes and YouTubers like, hey, we told you so, YouTube's not really going to care. Between this and the demonetization thing that's been going on, it's starting to seem like that YouTube is really not caring about their platform. I've heard of a couple of YouTubers talk about, hey, I've never actually been able, and that, oh my God, and that is the other thing. I've heard a couple of YouTubers talk about, oh yeah, I've not been able to get in contact ever with like a YouTube representative or anything like that, but guess who can? YouTube heroes. So yes, people who have been making ad revenue money for this company for years and years and years still have a hard time getting in contact with these execs at YouTube or representatives like that, or getting this type of support that they felt like they should get. They're not going to be getting it, but guess what? You have the chance to do that if you become a YouTube hero. Just some random person here, just clicking and flagging videos that shouldn't be flagged. And I'm going to get special treatment and everything like that. And I will leave the description in the link below to all of this. I will leave the description to the whole policy and probably the video as well, because it's something that you guys really need to take a look at and just actually see, not just from my perspective, anybody, but you actually need to see the video and see exactly what they're talking about for your own eyes, not somebody else's video, to actually take in the depth of what I'm talking about here, because it is serious. And if you're someone who really wants to contribute to the community, that's fine. The problem is there's too many people that don't. There could be a lot of people who want to do some good, but as long as there's a boatload of people who just want to dick around with it, I don't see this thing working out. I'm sorry. That's my little rant on this thing right now. That's what I got going on. So I hope YouTube knows what they're doing. I hope there's some secret plan that they got going on that looks better than this, because right now it doesn't seem like everything is going to go according to plan for them. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. This show now drops once every month, so make sure to look out for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, I'm Demetrius Mack, and I'm out. Peace.